Hello, everyone. Hey, it's August. Hello, Laurent. Hello, Kartik. Hello, Agis. Hey, good to see you guys. Tac, tac, tac. So we are going to wait for a few seconds, few minutes. It's August, so we don't expect to have so many people, too many people. Uh, I guess most of our community members will take a look, watch the record. Hey, Laurent, how was your vacation? Nice, yeah, it's true. Vacation is good. Hey, Sebastian, welcome. Morgan, yeah. July and August is still quite empty, huh? Right? So waiting for a few seconds more, and then we'll jump into the community call, the meeting of all members. Yeah, you can still ask to Morgan to sing, but I'm not sure that you will really enjoy. Hey, Akshit, welcome. Okay, at 30 seconds, and we start. 8. Yes. Hi, Suyash. Welcome. So, okay, let's go. So, welcome everyone. Happy to have you all uh, during this community call. We are in August 2021. It's still very pleasant to have you and to show you what we were working on during the last month. Even if it was vacations, it was not vacation for the teams. Our R&D teams it worked a lot to just deliver what we promised for weeks and make sure that the product is still very good to use and is better day over day. Hey, Renaud, welcome. Um, so what we are going to see is what we did during this month. So what we plan. So what's new about our product? We spend a lot of time to improve the experience and make sure that we are delivering what we want to deliver for September previously. And what we are going to deliver next, for sure, it's a continuity, it's a product. So don't expect to have something that will be like drastically different from what you get. But in terms of experience, it will change and improve. And then after that, we have the Q&A session as well. But for the newcomers, and welcome to all the new community members that we have. Basically, Qovery is a platform that helps any developers to deploy their applications in the cloud without having to manage the underlying infrastructure. It's very similar to what you get with Heroku. The main difference is that we are not a hosting platform. So it's true for the community. So we have a community plan where we provide like free hosting, but for our paid plan, and that's what we are selling to companies, they can use the platform, so Qovery, on their own cloud account. So if they want to manage, if they want to deploy their applications, their backend, their front end, their database, all those things on their AWS account, for instance, they can use Qovery, and the experience is quite similar. Yeah, just a few points. So the key benefits of Qovery is to be like blazingly fast. It's very fast to get into and deploy your application. AWS in just 30 minutes, you can get the full platform operational, and then getting started to deploy your application from Git. It's super simple. It's what we sell, the extent itself. You don't want to be bothered by starting to understand every single details of how things are working behind the cloud, and that's why we are here. And obviously, because you start to use the platform, you want to be sure that the product is not going to be limited to what you get today, but will scale at the end, scale as your business grows and your team grows, obviously. Just a few numbers. So yeah, it grows super fast. Thanks for our super community, Agis, Kartik, our ambassadors, and all the other members that are quite active on Discord, on the forum, all those things, different channels, and they are like just promoting Qovery, showing how much they love the product, spending time to respond to questions from the community. It's just perfect, guys. You're doing like so much. It's like a wonderful job that you're doing. So I want to thank you again. You're doing incredible job. And now our community is more than 9,000 developers using the platform for more than 100 countries. It's super good, super great. It's just like when I think back 18 months ago, 2 years ago, 18 months ago, we were only 50 on the platform. Now we are 9,000, which is just crazy. But it's also a sign that the cloud is still not fixed. It's still like very complex to use, still complex to deploy your application, and we really try to make the experience better day over day. And it's just thank you guys for being here, and make sure that the experience is as smooth as possible by helping each other. So thank you guys. Yeah, I specified that we have this community plan, which is like completely different from the other plan. And now it's like you will see the website will be updated, but the community plan is like a teeny box just on the bottom left, specifying that for the community, you have a free hosting. The only thing that we require, because you don't have to pay and you can't pay for that, is just to give back to the community. So give back by giving feedback, by producing articles, writing anything, just helping people on Discord, on the forum. So you can do whatever you want. But yeah, this is the way that we provide a free hosting. And we are also making clear our paid plans. So you have a flat price for getting the solution on your own cloud account, but we are not here to discuss about that. You can just jump on the website and get the information yourself, or just coming back to me. There's no problem for that. So yeah, more concretely, what's new in August? So what was new? I think most of you, even if we didn't communicate officially, I would say, concerning our design, our new brand, we have changed our logo. We have changed also the color of things. It's like a slight difference, but it's much more professional. I would like to thank Dimitri, that was the designer, and made like incredible job working for months to just fit what we wanted and what we had in mind. I'm going to show you like a few, just let me share my screen, guys. So the logo, what looks like, the new logo. Disable screen sharing. How do you change? It's quite difficult to use all those tools, right? Share screens. Oh yeah, it's what? Yeah, Figma. Oh yeah. So this is the new logo, guys. So I think for most of you, because you are quite active, you saw the difference between when we started to change the logo in different places. It's really similar to what we get, but sorry for all the GameCube lovers, we have changed that. But we have still kept the meaning of that. We wanted to not getting like the Q later, but wanted to get the box things with the layer, which is exactly the concept that we had in mind concerning Qovery, which is like basically you can combine different solutions and make sure that the experience is super smooth and it's built on top of other products, so that we have all those concepts inside the logo. Just tell me if you like it or you don't like it. Still happy to have your feedback, guys. If you want to have like the high definition of the logos, I can send you, but we have also the links on our website, and you can get all of them from GitHub, obviously. Yeah, everyone loves Figma. Yeah, that's true. I'm using Figma, and it's pretty good too. We are using to design the product itself. Thank you, guys. Yeah, let's go to the next one. It's concerning what we've built. So it's the organization settings. So you are aware of the product, you're using the platform. So you know that everything is quite smooth to deploy your applications, but today you have no options in your organization. And what we were focusing on during the last month is providing the complete experience of Qovery. Our goal is to provide the platform fully operational for September's for our customers and our pet customers that wants to deploy on their own cloud account. And the missing part from that is basically the organization settings, and this is what I'm gonna show you now. So you can't go because I knew that the last time that I shared my screen, I saw people just getting and jumping into the preview environment that you get. So what I made sure to just share my local. So it's working in locally. So the website, so you can't get into that, but you can be sure that I will share the link as soon as we release that in production. But basically what you will get here is still the same. You can get into the project, the environments, your applications, deploying your applications and stuff like that. But you will also get the settings. And the settings from that, you will get access to for you. And I think it's very, very important. You will get your credits, your current credits, because I know all of you, you are like very active. You want to see your credit for real. We were asking to you to use the curl commands to get the information that was not good in terms of experience, requesting from you some effort. But now you will get access to this thing. So this panel that will make you and give you access to those credit information. And you will also get access to one feature that is quite cool when you are contributing is the promo code feature, where you can put directly the promo code that we will share with you when you are like really, really active to the community. If I move out this community part and I'm talking much more about that's Dimitri Lepisov on LinkedIn. Yeah, exactly. That's the designer of the new logo of Qovery. It's not released yet on the website, on the console interface, but everywhere else. From this console, what will be good is that you can obviously modify the different settings, so general settings, but also get access to the configurations of basically your clusters. So if you want to deploy on your cloud account, you will be able to add a new cluster, select the region, the cloud provider, and put your credential, and then deploy the infrastructure, and then Qovery takes care of the rest. That's going to be released in next week or the second week. It depends on how fast we go on that port. You will also get access to the members. So you will be able to manage members. So if you want to send a request and make sure that the organization, if you want to share the access to your application and use the same organization to deploy your application, you will be able to do that because you will have access to the member place, obviously. So you have different roles. That's pretty good. By default, when we launch this feature, you will get access only to the admin permissions, meaning is that every single user that you add to your organization, you give access, will be an administrator. So it means that you really you want to really be sure that this person is part of your organization and you can trust him because he will be able to also delete the organizations and also create other stuff. But at the end, in the future, you will have access to multiple roles like developers and viewers with less permissions. Yeah. The billing part with the invoice, obviously, so you get all the invoices from your consumptions on Qovery, and obviously you can put your credit card. But this feature is, as I've told you, for community users. Paying is not part of the community strategy. You can't pay, so you can't get access to all those things. If you if you want to deploy your application, you have to give back to the community. It's super, super, super important. Yeah, mostly that's it on that. Right. Any questions, guys? Just ask. Don't be shy. Oh, Agis. Okay. So Agis asked, what tools do you use internally to track bugs, features, and overall to help you in your workday? That's really good questions. I can show you actually. We are using Jira. Yeah, Jira, we really like this product. I know that some developers prefer to use other products, but the way that we are like managing tracking issues, we are doing sprint planning stuff is by using mostly Jira. We have also, so from that, we have a backlog where we put all the stuff that we want to develop, and all the bugs that we report at the end. We just try to put all of them into the backlog, and then we make sure that the teams just prioritize. So it's the job of the product owner and the product manager to just prioritize each issue that you report. We have also another tools that we ask you to contribute, and I really encourage you to do, is using the product roadmap. So we have the roadmap.qovery.com. It's a public website where we put our roadmap, and it's really used by the team. And when you want to have like a feature, you want to see an improvement, something that could be like beneficial to anyone, just put and submit your ID here. We are really reading all the things that you put into that. So I want to thank you also the contributors, because it's really, really, really helpful to be sure that we are not missing something and we are just responding to and providing what you want, guys. Super important. Yeah, Kartik asked for the hackathon. I will talk about that at the end. Yeah, sure. So is that clear for you, Angelos? Okay, that's great. Going back to, so yes, let me share now. So that's it for the organization settings. Do you have any other questions, guys? Not yet? Okay, all right. One thing that I want to show you is that is Codespaces. I don't know if you are like aware of that feature, so that thing. So Codespaces is the web IDE that will launch. So let me share. Qovery Codespaces. Qovery Codespaces. So we have announced that we are now supporting Codespaces directly through Qovery. So it's super helpful when you want to like modify the file. You don't have maybe your ID that is under your hand, and you want to modify your file from your project, or even contribute or change something that is like missing or a bug you want to fix quickly from your browser. It's a web IDE that you can use when you are like deploying your applications from GitHub that is integrated now. It's really pretty convenient, actually. I'm using it a lot from like now 1 week. And I want to show you how easy to use to that. So you can create, so let's create, so community code, because I don't have any project. I'm going to deploy, like making you a demo. So, create an environment, test environment. Yeah, it's a URL shortener. I have a project that is a URL shortener. I want to deploy it from GitHub. Takes time, right? Yeah, this part actually where you have to scroll for forever, okay? Because you can see that I have like a lot of repository is going to be improved. Actually, it's going to be improved in the future release. You will have like a searchable field where you can directly type the repository name and then get only and filter the repository name. So by the way, so I'm going to deploy this URL shortener project. So, okay, settings, going down because it's a Docker file. So yes, I'm going to set the port. It's 555. So it's the port of the applications, and that's it. So from that, I'm going to deploy it. Okay, all right. Now it's deploying the application. Hopefully, yeah, it's deployed right away. Thanks. People are not like using too much the community service. I didn't have to wait. I know that you are like a lot waiting for because the service is really used and we have not enough workers just to handle the workload, but it started right away. So here, what we can see is that I'm deploying. So I'm deploying this application. I'm going to wait to see this application deployed. But in the meantime, what I want to show you guys is that we have integrated. So this little action here that you can get from your application, if you get into actions, you will see that you can edit the code. So editing the code, what we'll do is opening so your Codespaces session. So from your browser, what does that mean? It means that from your browser, you can start to edit your code, change your code and commit it. And the good part of that is hello, changing this title, for instance, hello community code, Qovery, like this. And the good part from that is when you do your commit, you know that Qovery will handle this commit and redeploy your applications automatically. So change title, I put a commit message, change title, just to show you, I want just to wait for the end of the deployment. Then we see that the application is well deployed, it's running with the other titles. And then when I've changed and commit, you will see that the new title will appear. But you know already all of that, right? But it's super convenient. You know, I'm used to use IntelliJ for my, I just prefer using like a desktop IDE. But it's true that when you're doing demos, when you have to change like a minor thing, like the Docker file, for instance, you made an error in your Docker file, you don't want maybe to use your IDE, then you can do it right away from your browser. It's super convenient. So here we see that the application is now deployed. Yeah, this is another title. So yeah, I already tried. And you can create short URL from that. That's pretty good. Now I'm going to change this title to my new title. I just have to commit that message. So yeah. And now, yeah, it's cute. And it's deploying now. So let's wait once again. I will respond to all your questions just after showing that, guys. Thanks for asking all those things. It's building. It's not super fast. It depends on how you build your Docker image. We really try hard. The team is trying hard to make better use of the cache, but you know it's like very complex problem. How you distribute cache between instances because we have multiple workers, all those things. Not as simple as just managing it locally, actually. Deployment in progress. I know. All right. Let's wait for that. Oh, looks almost good. I guess it's good. Almost good. Have to wait. Have to wait. Yeah, it really depends on. Yes. All right. So let's try again. So let's see. Hello, community call, Qovery. Nice. Congratulations. And all of that from your brother. It's quite good. Actually, I really like that. Maybe I will change my ID now. Any question on that, guys? So Codespaces now is available through your Qovery thing. You just needs to click here. It's quite simple, but the integration works quite smoothly. Maybe one other point is if you are using GitLab, for instance, you have the same actions possible. The only difference is that we are going to use Gitpub, which is also a web ID, similar to what you get with Codespaces, and it's even like more featured. It's a really great product, and probably will propose also Gitpub for a GitHub repository in the future. So yeah. Okay, let's jump into your questions. So lot of users facing the issue with task queues. How about explaining what task queues are and how users can avoid getting stuck in no longer task queues? Actually, we plan to provide on the product a way for you to manage the different jobs that you start. So then you can get a clear view of what's going to be launched after. Obviously, the workers are shared on the community, so you will not see the jobs of other people for security reasons, obviously. But all your jobs will be available, and we want to improve that from different views. I'm not going to try to find that view because I think I will not get the right one because we have tons of views. But yeah, we have a view that is, and it's planned to be developed in the future because it's very important just to get a clear view of what's going to be launched next. Yeah. So thanks, Kartik, for asking that. Actually, when Qovery will become stable and will get more popularity in cloud industry, would you ever think of providing something like free credits only to college university students so it might help them to learn platform? Absolutely, absolutely. It's something that we are thinking about. There's many ways of doing that. The only thing is that we have to find the right balance between giving for free credits, because when we provide for free hostings, it costs a lot, and we have to find a way just to have something back in some way. So if people are like, for instance, contributing by themselves, they are like helping each other. It's a good way. It's a good way for us to reduce the workload that we have on our side. So it could be like quite beneficial, but definitely that's something that we are thinking about. And I wish to provide as much as possible free resources for students. Yeah, it's very important today. I know community plans, so thanks. Actually, the second question that you asked is, I know community plan is still free for everyone, which I appreciate a lot. but there might be some premium feature you will be adding to Qovery that students might be able to try with those credits. Yeah, the credits actually, if you need to have like something that is, if you want to go further than what we provide with the committee, for instance, if you want more CPU, more RAM, more anything, so premium features, you can, even your credit, you can use it for the different plans that we offer. So the paid plan. With those plans, so the free plan, the professional and business plan, the difference is that you will deploy on your cloud account. And then from that, you will get access to all the features that we want to provide for much more professional usage. So does that make sense to you? Actually, let me know. Yeah, thanks. Yes, Sebastian, that's right. You can use Codespaces on the GitHub by just pressing the dot. Yeah, it's quite good. It's quite good. Okay, questions, Singaramani. You guys are doing great job. Edit code option directly from app is really helpful to quick edit and deploy. I see my changes in app in seconds. I face issues with logs. Sometimes it's stuck and doesn't display live logs, even app is really smoothly. I love the idea of Qovery. Yeah, I know that we have like some bugs on the logs, getting logs from, so it's because we have different systems to get logs. We have like what we call a cold system and a live system. And we have sometimes some logs because there's a lot of data that are sent to our backend, and we are actually working on a fix. So you can expect in the next week that you get something more stable on that part. But anyway, if you have like any problem, just come to Discord and ask for help, and we help and make sure that the experience is smooth enough. Thanks for asking. And next question, Sebastian. Do you have any experience in running tests, debugging, linting with Codespaces? Actually, not really. But from what I've seen is that if you are using VS Code, it's super similar. In fact, it's, I think, the same base. You have all the plugins that are accessible through Codespaces or Gitpod. So if you want to have like a specific linter or anything, you can get access through this plugin system. So I'm pretty sure that you will find everything that you need from that. But I have no experience in that. But I can. Yesterday I tried something special with. I think it's quite advanced, the feature that you get from that tools, because yesterday what I did is that I tried so Gitpod once again, and I was like running and building my application directly from their web ID. So by running Docker commands, so they give you access to this kind of tool, and it's a Ubuntu where you can access. I can even maybe show you guys, but I think I will run out of time. And it's yeah, it's quite convenient. You can do you can do a lot of things. So I think there is almost no difference, because behind the scenes you have a Linux system. What kind of apps are not allowed on Qovery? That's pretty good questions. I have not. So obviously all the illegal stuff and like not adult friendly stuff are prohibited on Qovery. But otherwise, it's going to be fine. Thanks, Kartik. Yeah, good. Okay, let's go back to my slides. Let me share that. I'm not super familiar with lifestyle, actually. Yes. What's next, guys? What's next? We are still focusing on the expense. It's the most like important thing. we want to really provide the best experience ever on top of your hosting platforms. We have actually one person, so one backend engineer that is dedicated now on the developer experience. He's doing a lot of improvement reports that we are going to develop in the coming days, in the coming weeks. It's already started, so it's pretty good. And our plan is for September to launch our complete solution, meaning that you can host and you can start to use Qovery on your cloud account like AWS. I didn't show you because I'm just keeping that for the next month, but I will show you next time that you can now deploy, and that's part of this thing, that you can now deploy on AWS and DigitalOcean, and also Scaleway, which is a European cloud provider. And it's quite smooth, it's quite similar, and it's quite interesting, especially if you don't want to wait for too many time because the community cluster is really used on the build process, and especially also if you want to get access to the full features of Qovery. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Do you have any other questions? Okay, all right. So no questions, but if you need to ask anything else, just do not hesitate, guys, to use my web email address, or just come to Discord. We are super active. We are using it even for the team internally to talk. So we are always available, or the forum as well. Do not hesitate. Once again, I want to thank you guys. All this community is just super great. You're doing amazing job. Seriously, just stay like this and keep continuing doing that. Thanks a lot, guys. I wish you a good day and see you next month for the next community call. Ciao.